Welcome one and all to Puppet History! Today we'll be taking an ever-winding look at yet another chapter in the heavy book we call History, while our guests ruthlessly compete for the coveted title of History Master. I'm your beloved host, the Professor! Thank you. Ryan Bergara, are you ready?
I'm ready. You know what? You're looking a lot better. Have you been working out?
Maybe.
You popped in with even more vigor than usual.
Oh, thanks. Special guest Selorm Kploanyi, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Well then, let's crack in! Oh, well, to begin, hey, where do you guys stand on revenge? Is it a dish best served chilled, or are you more of a forgive and forget type of person?
I feel like I can forgive.
Oh, that's sweet.
I can't always forget. I might bottle it up inside and, it might explode later, but that's okay.
That's more of a sort of a crime of passion, if you will.
Yeah.
You're not really thinking, it just happens.
Facts.
Ryan, how about you?
Revenge. What do I think about revenge?
Yeah.
They say it's a dish best served cold. I don't tend to care whether it's hot or cold. I just care that it's served.
Oh. Anyway, Ryan, as we said, has really turned over a new leaf this season.
I have. That was the past Ryan who would say something like that.
He's excited to learn.
I don't want you to be vengeful ever towards me.
Oh, I won't be.
Ever.
I won't be. You're the one person in this room I'm definitely not vengeful towards.
One of two people you're not vengeful toward.
One of two people, correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
You forgot me there for a second.
No, I didn't. I had you up here. I always have you right up here.
Okay.
Locked and loaded, ready to go.
Well, the reason I ask is because today's subject is firmly in the eye for an eye camp. And then some, more like an eye and everyone that eye's ever looked at for an eye. Today, we're talking about Saint Olga of Kiev. Now, before we begin, stories surrounding saints tend to get a little murky when considering what's true and what's legend. Keep that in mind as we walk through some tales that might sound a little too tall to be believed. Our story today takes place in the 10th century in an area known as Rus, located in modern-day Russia, Ukraine, and sort of Finland. Rus is not quite a country, but instead a collection of different settlements and tribes of people who kind of cooperate to trade and whatnot, but do not always get along. In the mid-9th century, for instance, a group of Slavic and Finnic tribes in Rus found themselves at war with one another. Our first question: how did these Slavs and Finns try to establish peace? A. They developed a shared language from scratch to negotiate with. B. They asked a group of Vikings to come rule over the both of them. Or C. They didn't. The Finns just slaughtered all the Slavs.
All right.
And just go with your gut here. You're not expected to know these things. You just gotta sort of guess what sounds like history. Ryan, what do you got?
I put C, humans gonna human.
Humans gonna
It's
human.
more human than anything to kill another
You
human.
think they're slaughter. And Selorm?
I put, see, they slaughtered them.
Oh, we got our sea dogs out here!
Did I spell
Ryan,
slaughter?
take it away!
Yeah. Art.
Thank you.
Art
Great
makes
job.
me so much
Best
happier
bit
every
on
time
the
I
show.
say it.
Well, optimistically, points to neither of you.
Oh.
The correct answer was B.
Yeah, that sounded weird.
That sounds
It does sound weird. They basically asked the Vikings to be the doms to their subs. Of all the groups putzing around northern Eurasia at the time, the strongest militarily were the Vikings. According to the tale of bygone years, when the Slavs and Finns found themselves absolutely consumed by war and hatred for one another, they went to the Viking warlord Rerick and said, "Listen, we simply cannot get along. Will you be our sort of arbiter and just rule the whole bunch of us?" In 862, Rerick said, "Yes, of course I will do this." Less than 20 years later, the Vikings, led by one of Rerick's clansmen, Oleg, had expanded their control all the way down to Kiev, which was declared the mother of Russian cities.
So they enlisted someone to rule them.
Yeah.
That's weird. I feel like humans usually wouldn't be like, hey, come take control of what we've got going on here, and I'll just sit back. Like, I don't know, people usually want power.
But at the same time, I feel like most people would be better people if someone else was making the decisions for them.
If you had like a big muscular Viking who said, "No more Taco Bell!"
Go to gym!
Just a big Viking bursting through your door every morning yelling, "Eat carrots!"
Dude,
Yeah.
I might need a Viking. I'm gonna go on rentaviking.com.
That could be an app.
Wait, guys, are we going in on this?
Viking personal
Yeah,
trainers.
rentaviking.com's not taken
Oh.
as of now.
Buy
But
that
by the time
domain.
you watch this episode, it's gonna be
Sometime around the end of the 9th century, in the trading nexus of Pskov, that Kiev-conquering Viking Oleg had a daughter named Olga. In the early 10th century, Olga married Igor, the son of Frederick. Olga and Igor were a Viking power couple, if there ever was one, and the two had one son, Svatoslav.
Is it possible for any Viking couple to not be a power couple?
I mean, Vikings, very scary. Man, they must have had scary sex.
Really testing the integrity of that bed frame, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And the walls and the floor and the
That's
ceiling.
true, dude.
VikingVixens.com.
Oh. This is a horny episode. Much like
Another
the
domain.
Vikings.
That's good, because they got horns in their
I
helmets.
brought it back with a nice wholesome joke.
When Olga's dad Oleg died, Igor became the ruler of the state of Kiev, and by most accounts, did a pretty bang-up job. Igor expanded Kiev's authority over more of the surrounding peoples and kept tabs on the lands he already controlled. When a neighboring tribe, the Drevlians, stopped paying tribute, Igor marched his bloodthirsty army to the Drevlian capital of Iskoristan. The sight of Igor's army appears to have been all the Drevlians needed to see, and the tribe got right back to sending tributes. Now, his success in intimidating the Drevlians might have gone to Igor's head a bit, because when he returned to collect further tribute in 945, he demanded even more than he was due. At this point, it seems the Drevlians were getting tired of being intimidated, because what they did is they straight up killed his ass.
Oh, shit.
Ooh! How'd they kill him? This one's open-ended, so feel free to get creative. Lord knows the Drevlians did.
There's no
It's a
ABC?
free write. It's a free write, Selorm.
no.
Follow your heart. I believe in both of you.
Okay.
Ryan got right to it, as if
yeah.
he's thought about creatively murdering people before. Okay, you both seem pretty content with your murder plans. Ryan, what do you got?
I said they cut his head off mid-bone sesh.
Okay.
And then in parentheses, I put the head on his shoulders,
Yeah.
just in case anyone was wondering which
Sure.
head.
That's okay. Selorm, what do you got?
I put that they chopped him into tiny pieces and fed him to sea creatures.
Oh, with a little smile.
The smiley face.
Solely because yours is less pornographic and a little bit closer. History point to Selorm.
Yay! I was like, it's either the tiny pieces or the sea creatures. So I was like,
It's the pieces part that really factors
Hey.
into it here.
Well, according to the historian Liaw the Deacon, the Drevlians picked two birch trees and bent them, kind of like two catapults, but facing away from one another. Then they lashed Igor's left leg to one birch tree, his right leg to the other, and they released the trees. Igor was literally torn in half by trees. Metal, or wood, I guess.
It's crazy. It's
That's
creative.
creative.
It's creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I died in that way, it would suck. But like for a brief moment, I would go, "This is pretty cool."
yeah, I'd have to give it to them.
With Igor dangling from two trees, the rightful ruler of Kiev was technically young Svatoslav. Emphasis on young. The boy was only 3 years old and in no condition to rule a Viking kingdom. With the respect of the people and the full support of the Rus army, Olga stepped in as regent to rule in her son's stead.
Yeah, I remember this from back from wasn't this in a Hatshepsut or? I forget.
Yeah, Hatshepsut.
Hey, history point. You get one.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
You still got them in that little bag here?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have too many.
Alrighty, let's do it.
What is in that little purse?
You got a little jelly
Oh,
beans
do you
in
want
here.
one as well, Selorm? Like I said, there's not a lot.
You mind if I
left
grab
in
a couple
there.
more while I'm in here? You actually
Okay.
have a couple.
Right.
This is so fun. How long have they been sitting there?
They sort of recycle, but now I'm running a little low, so they're fresh. They're as fresh as can be.
Okay, moving along.
So fast.
Whoa, Polycarpa's spool.
Hey buddy, just want to take a quick beat here to thank NordVPN for sponsoring today's episode.
Aw, that's sweet of them.
Hey Professor, you got yourself a VPN service?
You know what? I actually don't. Is that bad?
Are you nuts? It's essential these days. Everybody's out there sneaking around, their prying eyes, spying on you. Thankfully, NordVPN offers a virtual private network that protects your internet connection and your privacy online.
Oh, that sounds important.
It's as important as it is easy to use. With a single click, you can safely connect to more than 5,200 servers in 60 countries. Find one near you for better speed, or pick one in far-off lands for more content.
Well, that sounds like it'll come in handy for all my research.
Sure, your research. Hey, know what else? Changing your location also allows you to access streaming platforms in other countries.
Whoa, cool. So I can watch all my favorite Danish sitcoms.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, visit nordvpn.com/watcher and enter code WATCHER to get a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months with a huge discount.
You know what? I will.
All right, safe browsing out there. Adios!
Now, while Olga got up to speed on being the leader of Kiev, the Drevlians seized upon the power vacuum that had suddenly appeared between 2 birch trees. Oh, what did the Drevlians do? A, they engaged in an attack on Kiev. B, they proposed a new trade deal with Kiev. Or C, they proposed an engagement.
Okay, Ryan, what do you got?
I put A for attack.
Okay.
A little shotgun.
Oh, I love it, Shaka. Selorm, what do you got?
I put C for engagement.
C for engagement.
'Cause she's single now.
She is a single gal, and she
ready.
might be looking to mingle. Who can
Ready.
say?
Let's find out with a little bit of theater. I'll be back in just a second, guys.
She may not want to get tied down, though.
Facts. I wouldn't. After seeing your husband literally get torn apart.
That's true. She literally saw someone get tied down. And then after that...
Oh, hello, Olga, Queen of the Kievan Rus. Yes, who are you? Well, this is awkward, but I'm a Drevlian. A Drevlian? Like the people who just split my husband like a string cheese. Yes? Well, you've got a lot of stones showing up here, you know that? What do you want?
She told her.
Well, see, so I'm a matchmaker, and we hear that you're newly single, and so 20 of us were sent here to see if you maybe wanted to marry our Prince Mal. You halved my husband, and now you want me to marry the guy who did the halving? Yes, that's basically the situation, yes. You know what? Let me think about it. And tomorrow morning, why don't you come back and we'll have a big celebration where I announce my decision. In fact, let's make it fun, huh? Tomorrow, my people will go out to your boat and they'll just carry you guys in your boat to the party. Doesn't that sound like a blast? Wow, I mean, yeah, it kind of does. And here I thought you were gonna just behead me or something. Ha ha ha, no, that is not what is happening. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, this is gonna fucking rule. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
She's gonna red wedding their ass.
Oh my god, right?
Jelly bean for Selorm! Yes.
Wait, what?
Wait, so no one died?
No, you got it right. They proposed an engagement.
Oh,
proposed,
what
yes.
they want. Oh, I see. I thought you meant what
Hey.
actually happened.
I mean, we don't know what actually happened. I haven't gotten there yet.
I got a feeling.
Yes, props to the Drevlians for shooting their shot, but they probably should have smelled something was up with the whole come back tomorrow bit. While the matchmakers went back to their camp, no doubt relieved, Olga had her people dig a giant trench. And the next morning, the Drevlians arrived in their boat and demanded to be carried to see Olga. The people of Kiev literally picked up the boat with the Drevlians still on board and lugged them straight to, you guessed it, the pit. And they tossed him in and buried him alive.
That's what you call a deadlift. Also, how strong are these people that they can lift up a fucking boat, dude? Holy shit.
I mean, you know, legends tend to get a little hyperbolic. It's possible they maybe just threw people in a pit.
If you have the balls to ask somebody to carry your boat on shore,
Yeah.
you deserve to get tossed into a pit.
At
That's
what
crazy.
point during being carried do you think they were like, hey, you're taking us to the pit?
Was there time to jump off?
Yeah, we know what you're doing.
Just a gaggle of people all going, put us down! Put
Stop
us down,
it!
please! Put me down!
Well, if you think that's fun, Olga's just getting started. Though 20 of his matchmakers had just met their maker, the Drevlian Prince Mal didn't know this yet. In fact, he still thought he might be engaged, and Olga did nothing to dissuade him of this fantasy. Olga sent word to Askoristan, requesting the prince send a company of his best men to Kiev to escort her to what the prince assumed would be their wedding. Prince Maul sent the men and probably got to work on his save the date cards or something.
Wait a second, the wedding is still going forward even though she threw a ship full of people into a pit?
I think they don't know yet.
They
I don't know.
I guess
Word doesn't travel fast. You gotta put it on a bird or a horse and slap it on the ass, and then the news will get there in 5 months. Man, it must have been so much easier to do schemes back then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because word of the scheme doesn't get out, and you keep scheming till the jig is up.
And by then you're already in a different country with a different name. God, I grew up in the wrong era.
Really? Serious.
That's the old me though.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
Old you.
that's
Old
just
him.
things coming through the cracks.
Okay. Now, it's unclear if the best men wondered where the 20 matchmakers were when they arrived, but when these dudes showed up in front of Olga, they had a more immediate problem. They were filthy. Oh, do you think I was gonna say Olga just beheaded them or something? No, that's not our gal's style. Upset with how dirty the men were from their journey, Olga insisted they take a bath before any marriage was discussed. The queen sent them to the bathhouse, which, it was then barricaded and set on fire, burning the best men alive.
Oh!
Damn, hell of a bachelor party.
Yeah.
But the King, I don't know. He's still alive.
He's still alive.
He's
and
just-
he is none the wiser.
He's killing all his friends.
They went out dongs blazing, dude. It's fucking wild.
But they were a power couple, She feels passionately. She's
Yeah,
avenging
she misses her
man.
She misses her man. Very romantic. I mean, can we talk about the romance angle here? It's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sweet to burn a room full of people alive.
Yeah.
He's watching from hell like, get it, baby.
Go
That's
on.
my girl. Everyone needs their grieving process, their phase.
That's true.
Well, as you'll find, she continues to grieve. With that, Olga figured she'd had about as much vengeance as she could in Kiev and set off for Iskoristan, where Prince Maul waited, still assuming he was engaged.
I can't wait. He doesn't know yet.
Yeah, he's just like, ooh, I can't wait. Maybe I'll wear a nice little boutonniere.
I'm scared for him.
There's gonna be no one to object to the union at the ceremony because they're all gonna be fucking dead.
When Olga arrived outside Iskoristan, where her husband Igor had met his grisly demise, she told Prince Maul that before any kind of marriage could happen, she would need to have a funeral feast at Igor's burial mound outside the city. Well, figuring this was basically the rehearsal dinner for the wedding of the century, thousands of Drevlians left the protection of the city walls to celebrate with their future tribe-in-law. Oh, and what a party it was! The wine was flowing, and in short order, the Drevlians were hammered. Not everyone was drinking that night, however, and amongst the designated drivers were Olga and her entire army.
Yep.
With the Drevlians 3 sheets to the wind, congratulations, Ryan, Olga red wedding their asses, slaughtering more than 5,000 men. Some accounts claim Olga got a few stabs in herself. At this point, Prince Maul probably realized he was still single after all.
I think that might call for another jelly bean. Come on.
Okay, you can have a jelly bean.
Yeah, that's right. Let me get it.
Oh, you're gonna. I just meant the one.
boys, all
Okay,
right.
you don't have to take one from the
Is there another one?
Again, this is not a bottomless supply.
Well, you do regenerate. Thanks, pal.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Man, you're making them really good now.
Well,
It tastes really good.
you're getting to the bottom of the bag. They've been stewing there.
Ooh, those bottom beans.
Is jelly beans puppet poop?
It's, like we said, it's not poop. I do push it out of my puppet sphincter, but it's sort of a different thing altogether. Are we clear on that?
I already swallowed it.
Okay. The next year, Olga was traveling around the Drevlian territory, gathering up tributes she was still owed. When she returned to Iskoristan, for understandable reasons, they refused to pay up. Olga figured the Drevlian saps probably wouldn't fall for any more tricks, so she decided to just do war now. But there was a catch! Olga was allowed to mess with the Drevlians as much as she wanted, pulling her murderous pranks left and right. But as a woman, she could not declare war. To get around this, she saddled up her son, Svatoslav, who was no more than 10 at the time, and she gave him a spear. Svatoslav wound up and threw the spear as hard as he could. It barely cleared his horse's head, but that was enough. War was on, and the Kievan Rus forces quickly pushed the Drevlians back into the safety of their walled city.
If I was angry enough to get revenge, I think after I killed one person, I'd probably be like, fuck, that's enough.
Nah, you gotta kill everyone in the system, though.
Yeah, but you kill one person, that's so exhausting mentally. You know, when you think of something like Taken, like that Liam Neeson movie, it seems heroic in Taken, but that guy's a psychopath.
Yeah, but I guess if you commit to vengeance, it sort of becomes your whole thing, huh?
I suppose.
A psychopath with a mission is a hero. You know, when you think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're really committing to that, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay. For a year, Olga and her forces laid siege to Iskoristan. When she finally decided enough was enough, Olga proposed peace with one condition.
Oh, and that's our puppet poppin'. Jelly Telly, who we got?
Hooey!
Howdy, Prof. Whoa, snowman full of bones from the shores of Donner Lake.
Well, it's a good gig asking a question. I'm not on as often as those other dudes, so I wanted to do a joke where I sort of sing my song, but not quite.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, I know. Hey, unrelated, but what are you bringing to the party snack-wise? Like, what do anthropomorphic objects eat? What does a train eat?
I'm not going to the party, but I think the train just eats coal.
Like with onion dip or?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Well, I thought about bringing a veggie tray, but then what if it's a little toasty in there and my nose slides off? I don't know what they're up to. Carrot. Red guy said take care of you. For a second there, I worried that funny old molasses horse would chomp it right off. But then I remembered he went to hell.
Well, you're kind of cutting out there, but why don't you just get to that question there, Bones?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, what condition did Olga require for peace? A, all of their gold. Literally all of it. If you got a gold filling, kiss it goodbye. B, 3 pigeons and 3 sparrows from each house, representing mercy. Or C, Prince Maul split in 2 and delivered in separate coffins.
Well, a pickle if there ever was one. Thanks, Snowman from the shores of Lake Donner.
You got it.
Okay, well, that one took a while. Chatty guy.
Dang. C sounds so obvious, but too obvious.
This one's really gonna get you guys.
I think so.
It's gonna get you good.
This will be the ultimate test of the question, can people change?
Yeah. Ryan, what you got?
Before I get into my answer, I do want to say that I do believe, and my answer will show this, that people can change.
Okay.
Except that I lied. I do think I put C, cut his ass in half, please.
Sure. Okay. And Selorm?
I was thinking about it too, and it seems like she's been through a lot, she's killed a lot of people, and maybe that blood has nourished her, and she's ready for peace.
Yeah.
After they split him.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so we're
I
both
also agree.
firmly in the half his ass in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
great.
gonna go with B, but then I was like, nah.
Okay.
No, it could only end this way.
Well, let's find out the answer once again through the magic of theater. Oh.
Help me right. That was a high five.
A feather 5?
Yeah.
Olga, Your Highness, the things you ordered from the Drevlians arrived. Oh, great. I gotta admit, my queen, birds was a surprising and merciful choice. Your kindness truly knows no bounds. Hey, do you have a place in mind where I should put them? Put them? Well, I'll tell you where you should put them. Put them in a cage, simple minion, and fetch some sulfur. Use your wretched hands to tie the sulfur to the doomed fowl and light the odorous stones ablaze. Then you are to release the birds and let them return to their damned homes. Behold my fury as hell's own fire flits and flies to the nests of Iskoristan, casting the entire city ablaze and reducing the last of my enemies to ash! My liege, you truly are pretty sick in the head.
Wait, was like a trick answer? Wait.
Oh, yeah. Points to neither of you. So, well, homing pigeons, you actually have to take them away from the place where their letters are supposed to be delivered.
And then they go back home.
And then they go back home. So she asked for a bunch of pigeons from the city.
But how would the bird get back if it's on fire?
I think she tied it to their feet or something.
Sucks for the birds.
What in the? She's a very crafty girl.
Crafty girl!
Meanwhile, that bird's like, fuck, my feet are on fire.
What did I do? Yes, Olga had saved her craziest bit of vengeance for last, and craziest of all, it apparently worked. The entire city of Iskoristan burned to the ground. The fleeing Drevlians were either slaughtered, enslaved, or made to keep on living in the remains of their burnt-up city, and with higher tributes to boot. Olga's revenge was finally complete, and the Drevlians were soundly and thoroughly defeated. With utterly and completely avenge husband's death finally checked off the old to-do list, Olga set her sights on other matters in Kiev and Rus. Olga divided Kiev's lands up into units controlled by her representatives, and also standardized her tributes and set a schedule for when they were due. Some scholars consider this the first legal system of taxation in Eastern Europe. When her son grew old enough to lead, he actually had his mom continue to handle the internal matters while he went abroad with the army, expanding Kiev's borders. In her personal life, Olga was, perhaps surprisingly, more popular than ever. Unfazed by what had happened to the last guy who tried it, several rulers requested Olga's hand in marriage, and she turned them all down.
I liked how you set those folks on fire. Let me put a ring on it.
Well, honestly, her one marriage seemed pretty successful, so...
They were like, she's loyal. If I die, she'll avenge me.
Right.
Your fucking Hinge profile's off the charts, dude.
Yeah.
Divorced, set an entire civilization on fire, and now I'm ready to get back out on the market. And then a picture of her and like a dog or something.
Picture with a bunch of friends, too, and you don't know which one is her.
And then, of course, a picture of her holding that guy's head.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Her in front of a city burned to the ground.
Avenge
like-
my husband, baby.
Now, those of you paying close attention will remember our story isn't just about Olga of Kiev. It's about Saint Olga of Kiev. And while,
Saint?
Yeah, she's a saint.
Ooh.
While there are plenty of murderous saints, you don't snatch that brass ring just by burning cities to the ground and implementing systems of taxation. Olga wasn't even a Christian until the mid-950s, having lived the majority of her life as a pagan. But she approached her conversion with the same cunning she destroyed neighboring tribes with. Now, the 9th and 10th centuries saw two sides of the Christian church jockeying for power. The Catholic Church, led by the Holy Roman Emperor on one side, and the Orthodox Church, led by the Byzantine Emperor on the other. In 1054, this rivalry would result in the Great Schism. But in the run-up to that, both sides were competing to get as many of the peoples of Europe on their theology team as possible.
Do you believe in God, Professor?
Yeah, he's been a guest on this show. He doesn't have anything to do with the Christian church, by the way.
He doesn't?
I asked him. He has no idea what they're doing.
Well, tell him we said hi.
I will.
Thanks.
Great guy.
Is that why the God phone's right there?
Don't pick that up.
What's on the other end? God?
The God? Yeah, I mean, that's the God phone. God's there.
Can I just listen?
Sure.
Funny if her head just exploded, right?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Who's calling?
It's Selorm.
Oh, yeah, you.
I just wanted to say hello.
Cool.
Thanks for Kit Kat bars.
Yeah, dilly dilly.
Okay, well, bye.
Bye.
Oh, he sounds so nice.
I
nice
didn't
guy.
want to talk to him.
To this end, Christian leaders would bribe pagan leaders to convert, offering them, for instance, marriage to an emperor's relative. Seeing Christianity as a strategic choice, a way to make Kiev and Rus a part of a bigger confederation, Olga decided to convert to the Orthodox Church in Constantinople around 957. Apparently still one of the most eligible bachelorettes on the planet, when Olga showed up for her baptism, records indicate that Constantine himself, the Byzantine emperor, was hoping to marry her after her conversion. As we've seen, however, Olga doesn't get pushed into marriages she ain't feeling, and the Queen of Kiev found a way to get out of this one. How? A. She exploited a vaguely incestuous loophole. B. She threatened to go to the Holy Roman Emperor if Constantine didn't back off. Or C. She asked Constantine to send his best men as escorts. And no one was falling for that again.
I guess? I don't know.
This one's a real head scratcher. Fine, what do you got?
I guess I put A, incest?
You
Hey.
both?
There we go, incest pals.
Incest.
Well, let's
Well,
not
let's
call
not
it
call it
that.
that.
We're gonna move right along from that one. But points to both of you!
yeah,
nice.
feather 5.
Yay! Yes, when it came time for the baptismal Duncan, Olga chose Constantine to be her sponsor, which made him her godfather. After she toweled herself off, now a bone-dry Christian, Constantine was ready to get married. But Olga said, "Not so fast! You're my godfather, you sicko, and it's illegal to marry my godfather." Historically, there haven't been a lot of rules about who royals couldn't marry. but Olga knew how to make the few that did exist work for her. We should note, this wasn't just because Olga liked her single life. She avoided marriage to ensure Kiev's continued independence, not wanting it absorbed into the Byzantine Empire.
She's creative.
She should find a different outlet other than like being conniving with other people's lives. Like she should take that cleverness and apply it to like chess or something.
Or, like, I don't know, helping the people that she rules. But
Yeah.
hey, there's that.
That's two. Or she could get really fucking good at chess.
She could write her own biopic. I bet it'd be fun.
Find an outlet or become a murderer.
Yeah.
That's what my teacher once told me.
Everybody needs
It
one.
was like, I think my kindergarten teacher or something.
Your kindergarten teacher sensed that you had murderous tendencies?
I never said that.
You kind of did.
Okay. While Svatoslav didn't follow his mother into Christianity, her grandson, Vladimir the Great, did, and made it the official religion of Kievan Rus in 988. Olga, unfortunately, was not alive to see this. Olga of Kiev died in 969. Nice. Reportedly, all of Kiev wept. R.I.P. to a real one. Today, monuments and churches dedicated to St. Olga stand around the world. A testament not necessarily to her bloody campaign of vengeance, but her more than competent leadership and her role in establishing Kiev as an important city that's endured for more than 1,000 years. Well, that's the story of Olga of Kiev. A real good time gal.
A good time gal who sets people on fire.
Well, one thing we can say is she was passionate.
She was passionate about murder.
Stayed true to her man till the end, you
Yeah.
know. OTP. What do they call it? One true
pair.
Yeah, they were the OTP.
I like thinking that any time she twisted a knife into someone's gut, she just looked in their eyes and whispered, "We were OTP." Well, that concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go tally the scores to see who receives the coveted cup and the title of History Master. While I do that, please enjoy the special performance from two birch trees. Oh.
Oh boy.
Ooh, a show. The theatrics. I love it.
He left to lurch twixt two lovely swaying birch trees, Igor of Kiev. Husband to a wife who would face here any strife to avenge his savage death. Olga, she murdered the whole town. We frankly are surprised she hasn't fought to drop us down. Olga, sainthood she attained, but to cross her is to doom yourself to join the countless maimed. She'll off your family, murk your friends. She'll hunt your cat and dog, and when you think she's finally calling it a day, she'll catch you when you're unaware. Pour acid down your underwear and laugh because she's jokified that way. She'll lock your toes into a jar and pack it up and mail it far. And on your grandma's birthday she will find a bloody box addressed to her, containing nothing less than your 10 piggies, and she'll lose her goddamn mind. Olga, she may be your saint, but rightly pissed to see her sweetie split right up the taint. That's right. Olga, legit, she's got no chill. Piss her off if you'd like to experience being killed. So scary that you'll poop your pants. That's right, she'll make you poop your pants. If you think that you won't poop your pants, just wait because you'll poop your pants. In fact, she'll make you poop your pants until you once you poop your pants. You'll hear a knocking at the door, and when you ask who's there, to your relief, it's just your neighbor. Don't tell who. You open up, it's Olga Fuck. She'll kick your shins and punch your nuts and sting you while she sings a happy tune. She'll just sit your throat like that one scene and Gone Girl, know the one we mean, where NPHs, well, you get the gist. If it's not clear, the message here is if you will existence, you make sure you don't end up on Olga's list. Hey!
Oh,
my God.
What a soul-stirring performance! Now let's see how we did. Oh, according to our complex victory algorithm, this week's History Master is Selorm! Come fetch your coveted cup, which you have so rightly earned!
Oh my goodness,
Congrats.
thank
Congrats
you.
to you. Congrats
Jelly
to you.
beans, wow, I've really warmed up to these,
They're all yours, safely packaged, so those aren't ones excreted out of my anus, but still very good.
Okay, wow, this is great, guys. Like, I was never really that great at history, I have to say, but I felt really at home.
Well, you nailed it today. So, Selorm, thank you so much for being here. Ryan, thanks for trying. And to the rest of you, thank you for watching Puppet History, where the details are always a little fuzzy. We'll see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Oh, it just drops dead like that.
He just dies.
Poop your pants. 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 Poop your pants.